It looks like the gloves are off as Phillip Schofield dramatically unfollows his former bestie Holly Willoughby on Instagram. The move comes as This Morning seeks to defend its Best Daytime Show title at the National Television Awards ceremony at the O2 in southeast London. Holly still follows Phillip on Instagram, and apparently Phillip still follows Holly's sister Kelly, but with his public visit to the boozer as Holly made her cringe-worthy comeback on This Morning with an outdoor segment alongside the cast of Mamma Mia! The Party. One can't help wonder if he is trying to make life a tad difficult for her by grabbing the headlines seemingly every time she makes the news. But Holly is forging ahead and is said to be determined to lead This Morning to defend its title at the NTAs, even though she failed to make the shortlist for Best Presenter for the second year in a row. It comes after Phil and Holly faced boos from the crowd at last year's NTAs at London's Wembley Arena following the scandal in which they appeared to skip the queue to see the Queen lying in state. And at the NTAs in 2018, Schofield's young runner was among the This Morning team as they took to the stage to accept an award. He was also pictured at the O2 Arena in 2020 kissing Holly Willoughby on the cheek and having a brief conversation with the presenter and her husband Dan Baldwin. Phillip is not seen in the photographs with the man but was also at the event alongside wife Stephanie Lowe. According to the Daily Mail, before the photographs were taken, the man declared his love for Phillip, to the astonishment of their ITV colleagues. Less than 2 weeks later, Phillip publicly came out as gay in an emotional Instagram post, moments before speaking about it in a live This Morning interview. In the same year, ITV launched an investigation but said they did not find any evidence of their relationship. The broadcaster confirmed this in a statement in May, saying, "When rumors of a relationship between Phillip Schofield and an employee of ITV first began to circulate in early 2020, ITV investigated. Both parties were questioned and both categorically and repeatedly denied the rumors, as did Phillip's then agency YMU. In addition, ITV spoke to a number of people who worked on This Morning and were not provided with, and did not find, any evidence of a relationship beyond hearsay and rumor. As the saying goes, if you believe that, you'll believe anything." Anyway, moving on. It has now been reported that lawyers for Phillip Schofield have denied he is releasing a tell-all book. The 61-year-old was said to have been approached by several leading publishers eager to hear Phil's side of the story. After Phil conceded his career was over in a recent TV interview with the BBC, talent and PR agent Dermot McNamara, who we did a little digging on in one of our previous videos, discovering that he has links to insiders at This Morning and Loose Women to name but a few. We always listen with interest to his comments, and Dermot has said that Phillip has nothing to lose by telling his side of the story. It could even help clear his name. But he warned it is Phillip's former pal and co-host Holly Willoughby who should be worried if the memoir does come out. But in a recent statement, Phil's representative denied a new memoir is in the works and said, "There will be absolutely no such book." The Mirror newspaper said that they reached out to Holly's representatives, who declined to comment on the story. Experts say it could potentially be devastating if it emerges Holly knew more than she let on, after she told This Morning viewers, in her now infamous speech, that she had been left, shaken, troubled and let down by Phil's actions. Although she said at the time she was full of questions for someone who was not telling the truth. It is thought Holly has since fully complied and cooperated with an independent inquiry into the ITV scandal. Explaining what could happen if Phil were to release another memoir, PR expert Dermot told New Magazine, "Phil would undoubtedly have an agenda to clear his name, but Holly would be a difficult subject to write about for him. He wouldn't want to talk too negatively about her. They were friends for years after all. But he would also run the risk of being too gushy. The potential risk is that the public would analyze just how close they were, and raise questions of what Holly could have known about the situation. If it did transpire that she knew a lot more than she let on, Holly wouldn't want that information coming out." Dermot added, "Holly's reached a point where she's ready to move on. Although she's willing to cooperate with ITV's investigation into what's happened, that's because it signals the end of months of stress. A book would drag everything back up again." A source told the Mirror last week that Phil had put discussions on hold while he speaks to his loved ones about what his next move should be. As he tries to navigate life now he isn't on TV for the first time in over 30 years. Phil's first memoir, Life Is What You Make It, was released in October 2020, just months after coming out as gay on This Morning. He reportedly received £1.5 million for the book, which went on to become a Sunday Times bestseller. The news that his tell-all book is no longer on the cards comes as Phillip was dealt another career blow last week when he was quietly removed as the face of new Manchester tourist attraction, The Cube Live, which opened in February, and featured Phillip in promotional welcome videos as he was the former host of the TV show. Bosses at the new tourist attraction reportedly took the decision to remove Phillip in the wake of his affair scandal. He has since been replaced by Colin McFarlane, who did the voiceover for the ITV game show. A source told the Daily Star. Phillip has been completely erased. Bosses at the Cube Live don't want to be associated with him in light of recent events. Phillip, who reportedly amassed a fortune of £10 million, is now said to have been blacklisted from TV channels who want to keep their distance following the affair scandal, so it looks like a stint on Talk TV is also out of the equation. He is now on the books of Sedulo, a firm that specializes in helping high-net-worth clients grow their wealth, presumably to preserve his existing fortune. Blinkerhole suspects, with Phillip having nothing to lose, things are going to get interesting, especially with the results of the independent investigation into the circumstances surrounding his affair with a young runner is looming. We think there's going to be a few fisticuffs, as ITV bosses and staff scramble around desperately trying to protect their careers. Perhaps Phillip Schofield will make a return trip to the boozer, crack open a cold one, and sit back to watch the show, with a satisfied smirk on his face. Please like and subscribe for more journeys through the Blinkerhole. For entertainment purposes only. Keep up to date with our latest investigations and hit the join button. If you like what we do, send us a super thanks. Official Blinkerhole merchandise is available in store.